I don't think I put a thumbnail on here. That would suck if I did. No, I don't think I put a thumbnail in here, so I have to start it without a thumbnail. I don't think I did. We could check. Go live. Yeah, I didn't put a thumbnail. So let's go ahead and update the thumbnail. Put the same thumbnail sort of as yesterday. Just a great start. Perfect start for today. Where the fuck is the thumbnail? There it is. Sorry, we're in the first 8 seconds, so now this whole thing is gonna be demonetized. That sucks. I think it's the first 8 seconds. Hopefully it's been longer than 8 seconds. We're good. YouTube's policy, if you're cursing in the first 8 seconds, your video gets demonetized. So yeah. Let's wait for some people to get here. I believe Twitch. I'm getting on Twitch right now just to see what it looks like. I also want to go on TikTok because the market is bloody. I don't know why I'm on that. Let's make sure. Yes. Go. It continues. Continues. Oops. All right. We got 3 people over on TikTok, and we have 17 people on YouTube. On Twitch, and we got 1 person over on TikTok. We have 17 people over on Twitch. Jesus, I'm all over the place. 17 people, YouTube, Twitch, 3 people, TikTok, 6 people. Thank you for, let's just break that down the right way. 2.0 dropping. 2.0 is dropping. Oh, the Zelda 2.0, yeah. I'm hype about that. I was talking to them for a while about what they were going to do, in the down market and everything. When we do see a bullish market, and it's definitely exciting to see what they're going to do. Zelda 2.0. So I'm hype about that. Oh, no freedom of speech? You do have freedom of speech, sort of, but it's just for advertisers. I guess you have to, within the first 8 seconds, you have to dial it back a little bit. I sold 200 million Lunic 2 days ago, now getting ready to buy back in the next week. That's phenomenal. If you can actively or effectively time the market the right way, I mean, that's phenomenal. I'll give you a round of applause for that, because it's difficult to do, to time the market the right way. But the markets don't look good right now, I'll tell you that. We'll definitely get into what the markets look like. But as I was watching it through the night, or through the day yesterday, because I record my videos early, and I release my videos and they have like different numbers on them because I'm releasing them early, but it's not about the numbers per se. It's about, the detail, the underlying detail of the project. Yes, in the long run it is, but more likely than not, I'm worried about a prediction, a long-term prediction versus, or longer to, I guess, longer, shorter term, if that makes sense, prediction. But yeah, it's crazy what the market did. We got 108 people over on TikTok. If you guys want to double tap that screen, I would appreciate it. It does help out the channel, helps out the page, helps out growth everywhere. If you want to check me out on YouTube, go over to YouTube and look at what I'm looking at. Right now, it's just me, but we'll definitely get into the actual market in a little bit. Good morning from the UK. Good morning. Our market's taking a breath before the next push. This looks like more than a breath. This looks like they're sleeping in, like they're taking a day off right now. That's what it looks like. I wouldn't say they're taking a breath. It looks worse than that. Good morning, Matt. When Zelda 2.0 dropping? So I don't know the detail to that yet. They didn't release that information on when it's dropping. But all we know is the detail as to what's going to happen for the current holder. So for people that I'm loving this Bloodbath. I mean, it creates opportunities for a lot of people. But for Zelda 2.0, I have to get used to that. We love a short king. Definitely me. I'm like 4'2", 4'2", shorter than Kevin Hart. I don't even have legs. That's where it's at. I mean, that's me. We all love it. For Zelda 2.0, I would definitely say that it's we have all the information, we have all the detail. The only detail we don't have is when it's actually dropping, and that probably just depends on the market. When the markets look more bullish, when we have more activity, because people are not willing to invest in things as the markets don't really look positive, right? And the markets don't look positive at all. They look horrid right now, absolutely horrid. Another 10% drop yet. Wait a bit. You think there's going to be another 10% drop? The SEC losing the XRP battle, and now they want to ban staking just to spike crypto. Yeah, I saw the banning staking thing, and that would be horrible because obviously I love staking. People love gaining extra passive income on positions, and the problem with that is the fact that banks offer an APY, right? And cryptocurrency would offer a better APY. A lot of the stable coins are offering better APYs than banks are doing, and they don't like that. Different platforms are offering APYs, better APYs than banks, and they don't like that. So it's mainly about us getting in the, or them getting in the way, cryptocurrency getting in the way of people holding in banks. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kristen. Like, share, guys. He deserves it. Yo, Matt, what do you think about BNB Tiger? While the whole market is down, it's up 300%. It's very, very cheap. A lot of times when you see things that are up a hell of a lot like that, one, it could be in the beginning stages, and you may have missed a situation like that. So I don't know what the Tiger. And well, I don't have a lot of detail behind it as to if it's fully legit. It looks like you're seeing this is an unbelievable movement. Looking like it's not done by normal activity, normal trades. So I would not say that I would make a move into it, especially since it's up 182%. The volume is up 396%. And the way that I look at it, I don't want to get into something to where you have the potential chance to drop back down a hell of a lot. I mean, it's down, like I said, it's up 182%. And if it decided to reverse, what would happen to you? I mean, you pretty much missed whatever gain you were going to have with this. Oh, sorry, no screen. You pretty much missed whatever gain you were going to have with this when it comes to BNB Tiger. It's up 182%. There's not really much information. You're really only seeing, you don't see any of the circulating supply, the fully diluted market cap, how much is actually out there. I'm sort of like, I really am getting tired of a lot of these plays that have so many zeros, because when they have this many zeros, they can't get listed on a lot of these bigger exchanges. So you have to either create a version 2 or see a bunch of burning that's going on. But we haven't seen any. The only positions that have been effective deflationary positions right now, the only ones have been CRO and BNB. Both of those have been effective deflationary positions because CRO has dropped 70 billion coins. So you see the supply that dropped down. BNB has dropped, I think it's like 180, or sorry, not 180, or 80. No, that's not right. 30 to 50 million coins, something like that. Because they have a quarterly burn that they do, and they also have other burns associated with it. So yeah, total of like 40 million that they have burned off. So the only ones are BNB and CRO. But anyways, this position again, it doesn't have enough. You don't have enough information for it. Um, and something that's up this much, I usually stay away from. Anybody that's investing into it, that wants to invest into it, I usually stay away from plays that have this much of a gain, because the likelihood for it to come back is pretty massive. Um, Damn, what's your workout routine? Just daily workouts, I guess. I don't, I don't know. I tend to do, um, chest. I did bis and tries yesterday. Um, I'll do every part of the body every day. I usually work out every day of the week, unless I physically can't. Even to the point to where I'll go late at night just to be able to do it, because I, I I don't want to miss days. I feel like it makes you feel better when you go and work out and come back. Yes, you feel a little bit tired, but your body just feels better when you work out. So don't really have a routine. I guess I just start with abs all the time, and then go to whatever I'm going to. So abs every day. But thank you for asking, and thank you for saying that. Like it makes me feel better that you just said that. I really don't have a routine. Just invest in what politicians invest in. Simple. So yeah, I guess that could be the case. Like, invest in what politicians invest in, because they're all trying to time the market. They're all trying to, and they usually do it the right way. They know what to invest into because they um, they change the game for everybody, right? Or for them actually. So they know about all this stuff. They know about everything that's happening. Should we prepare for ETH? Wait, should be prepared for ETH for Zelda 2.0, for moving our existing Zelda from BNB. So you don't have to prepare anything. Now, if you physically have it in a wallet, then you are going to have to move it. But from what I'm told, if you have it on like L Bank or another exchange that does trade it, which I believe it's only L Bank there, they automatically convert it over. So that's a good thing. But for the people that want to do that, they're going to have a portal to be able to convert it manually. And it will be fairly simple from what they've told me. So again, I'm excited about that. Good morning, Matt, and everyone. Thoughts on about the government making staking illegal? Obviously, I don't like it. I talked about this on my other YouTube channel. So I believe it's a reaction channel that I talked about. I'm starting to do a lot of article reactions over there. Um, uh, they have connections. They do. They do. They know all of what's happening. So if they decide to ban something, they decide to change something, they can get into a position and get out of a position before you even are aware of what's going on, right? So they're ahead of the game. They're basically the insider traders who want to stop insider trading. So yeah, that's who they are. But yeah, if you go over to my channel, you'll see that in the reaction channel, I talked about it recently. I talked about them banning staking. I also talked about how Ethereum was taking off because of the ban with staking, or Ethereum staking was taking off because of the ban with staking. And then also the whole Kraken situation where the SEC is investigating Kraken, the Kraken exchange, because some violations. They just want money. That's pretty much it. How do I know what politicians invest in? That's a good question. Maybe we can figure all of that out. There's got to be a way to track that. There's got to be like a website that track what politicians invest into. Killer abs. I mean, I try to do abdominals every day because I feel like, yes, other workouts do work out abdominals in a way. They do work out your core, but if you focus on core every day, you don't go ridiculously ham to where it's like it's painful every day to even breathe. But I used to do that, but now it's just like you do it, you feel a little something, and then you get on with your workout. Unfortunately, I'm headed into the sawmill to cut some roof truss today. Yeah, have a great stream, Matt. I hate I'll be missing this one. It's okay. I appreciate you being here. any second of the day. You know, you just showing up one time, one creates a view, also a moderator that's here and a member. So I appreciate you. It's that Kraken. What? I don't know what you're saying there. But thank you guys for being here. We got 30 people over on TikTok. So if you guys want to double tap the screen, help me out, definitely do that. We got 100 people over on YouTube. If you guys want to go over to YouTube and see what I am looking at, which is just my other YouTube channel, you can definitely go and check that out. But for the entire market, we can see that the market does not look good. It doesn't, right? It's down 4% today. It's at 1.01 trillion dollar market cap. I mean, from where we were, seeing it drop, what, 50 billion, maybe $50 billion dollars overall. Not a good situation. Seeing Bitcoin that's down in the last 7 days. It's crazy how things have turned, right? We saw so many positive days, and now that things have turned, it just doesn't feel right. We expected to see more bullish momentum, and maybe people are getting prepared for the CPI data. The CPI data will give us a ton of hopefully a bullish momentum, but we don't know, right? I'm sure the stock market is down as well. So AMC is down another 3% in the pre-market. It was down 6% yesterday. You're seeing some things that are down in the actual stock market as well. Coinbase is only down by 1%. Was down 14% yesterday. Jeez. So a lot of things are down here. Let's see what Meta, down 3%, down 1.4%. Not as bad. Not bad at all. Seeing Roblox down 3%. So yeah, some things are falling. SOS down 6.8%. Jeez. Thank you for the follow, Anthony. I appreciate that. Why do you need to close your eyes to see that you are a liar? Why you need to close eyes to see that you are a liar? What does that even mean? Why do I need to close my eyes to see? I don't know what you're saying here. Why are all these things that you're saying? I don't understand what you are talking about. That's. Do you know much about Plucoin? I don't. I haven't heard of it. The SEC thing is only, for example, not online staking. When do you think Shibarium will come out? So I don't think it's going to be the 14th. People think it's going to be the 14th. I don't think it's going to be the 14th. I mean, I feel like we should have more of a build up to something like that. If it does, right, that's the worst marketing I've ever seen. I feel like with something this big, you need to push it like you did, with Wellies, but 10x that, right? You need to push it a little bit further than that. So it's not going to be the 14th. Maybe some information comes out then, or maybe nothing comes out at that moment, and then we end up seeing more negativity that happens, or more negative movement in Shiba Inu. So I'm not 100% sure. Like I want to say like, oh, it's going to come out, beginning of second quarter. That would be amazing, and it sounds like that would be a good prediction to give. But the problem is that you don't know. They're probably waiting till we see more of a bull run, right? You don't know exactly when they're going to release it, and we can speculate all we want, but they better have some freaking marketing with that, some advertising. How canceled when there's not a bull market? The bull market canceled? I don't think it's canceled. I think they're preparing right now. We're seeing a lot of bigger holders and some retail investors that are preparing for what the CPI data could be. CPI data could be showing that we're seeing increased inflation, which would suck, right? It wouldn't be good. Still bullish on CRO no matter. Yeah, exactly. I'm bullish on CRO as well. There's a lot of places that I'm bullish on. Um, anyone notice TradingView for Lunic on CoinMarketCap is no longer there to view candles? Well, what do you mean? TradingView is here. It's only on certain positions. Certain positions won't have TradingView. You'll be able to see Bitcoin, Ethereum. You'll be able to see, I think, Terra Luna Classic. There's a lot of players that actually have it, but there's some that don't. Uh, Matt, how many monitors do you have for your live streams, and what kind of computer? So I built my own computer. I have a lot of components inside of it. I can't remember what components are in it. Um, but I built my own computer. I have 2 monitors. I did have 3, but for some reason the computer I built would not work well with 3 monitors. Um, I don't know why. It worked, but then all of a sudden it would shut down at times. And then while I was on the live streams, it would go to 1 monitor, and that would suck because then I have no ability to really show my screen because I have to read chats and stuff like that. So I use 2 monitors. I use a more of a gaming monitor over here, a very wide monitor at that, and then I have this smaller monitor which has everything displayed that you guys see on the screen. Matt, thank you. I buy Lunic and take a look at a speculation of Baby Doge coin. I put small amounts of money. I'm winning 7K easily. That's amazing. That's amazing that you're able to do that. I'm happy for anybody that gains, in positions that if people are watching me and they're gaining in positions that I'm not updating them on or talking about, I love that because that means that they are truly doing their own research. They are truly looking at a position and going, all right, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. Let me get into it for this reason. Let me get out of it for this reason. They're making their own decisions and not just following like what I'm doing. Maybe they're following the tactics or the strategy a little bit, but you're able to research it a little bit more for yourself and find your own position. And I love that, right? Thank you for following, Eric. Hopefully that's your name. I barely can see anything with this Jesus TikTok. Cryptopium. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you for following. I appreciate that as well. Guys, if you are on there, double tap the screen. I would love to get to like 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. And on YouTube, if you guys want to get me to 100 likes, I would appreciate that. For Lunic, it is not there anymore. Oh, for Lunic, it's not there anymore? Yeah, it's not. I don't know why. Interesting. It's not there anymore. But it's still there for a lot of other positions. It's just not Terra Luna Classic, so we won't be able to get live updates on that unless you go over to like certain trading platforms. Like if I maybe go over to KuCoin and go on their exchange trading platform, and you'll be able to see all of that pretty much live. Also, can you talk about Jasmy? Really enjoyed your video on it the other week. Yeah, I mean, I like Jasmy. I don't know where it is right now. I'm pretty sure that everything falling back, we probably are seeing this at a level, yeah, of 0.006. I'm still up, a little bit on it. It's not up a crazy amount, but I'm still up on it, and I'm happy about that. What's good about Jasmy, again, them introducing all of their supply gives it the potential to run. Now, all you have to do is start seeing the higher market caps that you've seen before, as well as seeing even higher market caps. So, not really seeing too much a decrease in volume. We're not really seeing too much there. If you look at how the volume has progressed, you saw it in the tens of millions, and hopefully it stays up in the hundreds of millions. Because it does seem like it's getting a little bit of traction, catching a little bit of traction here. So yeah, Jasmy looks good. Not looks good right now. It's down 14%. So, but it could be a good buying opportunity for people that think that they may have missed a an opportunity. So enjoy life. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Ugh. XRP will win all the CBDCs. USA will be the country worst affected. The rest of the world have chosen the XRP ledger. Tons of altcoins will fall with more government regulation. I would agree to that. I would agree with that, that a bunch would fall or will fall with more regulation. But I want to see some regulation. I feel like regulation not on the crypto market, but crypto exchanges would be great. I feel like regulation on coins, there are projects out there, there are stocks out there and companies out there that are not legit, and penny stocks that absolutely suck. And it's something to where they are regulated to an extent, but you're not seeing a crazy amount of regulations in there. I mean, if they fail, then they fail. If they scam people, then a lot of times they're going after them, but sometimes they can't even catch them in those situations. So it's not on the projects, in my opinion. It's more on the exchanges. If exchanges are going to house your money, that's where you need to focus on them. That's where you need to understand if they are going to do something horrible for all of the investors that are part of that platform and end up having them lose their money, just like FTX or any other situation that's there. So regulation on exchanges, yes. Regulation on the actual cryptocurrency, I don't see it. Depending on what exchanges it gets listed on, the coins that get listed on, then you would be able to see if it is a legit cryptocurrency by getting listed on Coinbase or getting listed on Kraken or getting listed on KuCoin, because those are regulated companies, right? Regulated, exchanges. That's the way that I feel. Crust Network. I don't know what that is, but we can look at it. 1.2% for Lunic would be much better. Absolutely. I 100% believe that's the case. But the point is that people do not want to lose anything. When you're telling people, oh, you're going to have a 1.2% tax, they are more likely to go to a place where they don't have that. And why? Because maybe they want to do some swing trading or day trading and they don't care about the long-term effects or growth of Terra Luna Classic. They don't care about that. They only care about their gains that they have there, but not understanding that their gains could be massive if they would just adhere to wherever the tax is. If people would be willing to, pay something or lose something. If you have $100 and you give up $1.20, and you know that you're going to be able to turn that $98, and 8 cents or an 80 cents to, I don't know, $200 or $300 or $200,000. Why would you not take that in any scenario? And yes, you're going to take the 1.2% on what you end up cashing out. So $200,000. Okay, I'll take the 1.2%. I just turned $120 or $100 into 100,000 or 200,000. Right? It's just, I don't understand people's logic, but I mean, it's all about like if you do this, then I'll do this. But if they don't see the other person do it, then they're not doing it. Well, that's the case with everybody. Somebody has to start, right? We're in that like middle school dance phase, right? Where you have an 8th grade dance and nobody wants to get out on the dance floor. And you have the popular kids that go out there and start dancing, or somebody that goes out and starts dancing. And then you're like, well, you know what? Maybe we can sneak out here. Once you feel like you're not singled out and you're part of a crowd, you feel like it's okay to dance because nobody's focusing in on you. The first people are focusing on you. Second people, they're still focusing on you. When it gets to like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, every other group that comes in, nobody's really focusing on you. We're focusing on the greater picture, which is having a freaking great time. And here, it would be having a great time as well. So it just bothers me that nobody sees the burn rate as that. They only see the burn rate as, I want to protect my money. It's like, come on, relax. This is why a crypto company like BNB or a project and Binance decides to implement a burn tax or a quarterly burn in their own project because they know that deflationary positions are going to be the future. They know how effective it's going to be, and to have the two most effective ones be part of the some top cryptocurrency exchanges like Crypto.com and Binance having BNB and CRO, you can see that deflationary positions will be effective. And the reason why they don't want to implement those is because they want theirs to be more effective than what Terra Luna Classic will be. But again, that would probably end up helping out their position in showing the effectiveness of deflationary positions. So you said Crust Network. Crust Network, I guess you have a page where you can learn from it. It has something highlighted at the top, which is interesting. I've never seen them highlight anything in white before. Usually it's like red or green or something. And anyways, it's at $2.06 is where Crust Network is. It's down about 9.45%. We're seeing a total of 9 million or a total of 24 million with a unlimited max supply. So you have to keep an eye on that. You are seeing 9.2 million Crust tokens. Let's call them that, Crust tokens there. But you do have volume that's up 34% at $29 million in volume. Again, you're seeing negative movement today. So obviously there's a lot of selling that's going on, which is happening across the market. His position is currently standing at a $19 million market cap. Let's see how many markets it is available on. So it's available on 20 markets. No like huge exchanges. You're really looking at Gate.io is probably like one of the biggest like exchanges that's there, right? MEXC is a decent one as well, right? But yeah, you're seeing a decent amount of exchanges, which is good. That's why you can see $29 million worth of volume. Let's look at some history or look at some detail with the holders. So you have 6,000 holders within this position, 94,000 transfers. If you go into the actual holders, you're going to see some open wallets that have 19%. So I don't like that. I don't like seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open wallets above a null address, right? Where you have a dead wallet that has 8%. But you have an open wallet that has 8%, another open wallet that has 8%, another one that has 8%, two that have 19%. That's not a good situation to where if you look at this in Token Sniffer, you're going to see that that gets a bad score because of the fact that you have big wallets at 19%. And we don't know what they're for, right? You may have a reason to what they are for, or maybe somebody that created it is looking at this like a business, which you should not look at cryptocurrency that way, and actual cryptocurrency is that way. You can think of it as your baby, but to hold 19% would be freaking ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. So I probably would back off just because of that. And again, you would have to look into and understand what that 19% is and what the other percentages are, because it seems like those are like investors and founders and founder wallets and all of that. So you want to be careful there. But everything else looks legit, right? It looks pretty good. Seeing the low circulating supply or the low supply, you do have a high dilution there as it does skyrocket or moves. But you also have 8% that's burned off, so you have to factor that into it. But either way, I don't know if they have a total. They probably did have a total supply there. So the total max supply is 20 million. And currently you're seeing over here, it says 24 million. So I guess you did have a decent amount that was burned off. You said it was like 8%. Yeah, that's about 1.5 million coins. Yeah, but that's all of those wallets just make me a little bit nervous. Not many talking about it. Yeah, I think they have huge earnings potential. The problem is that I'm a little bit thrown back by the wallets. So if you are going to make a move in there, explanation needs to be had with those wallets. Guys, we have 163 people that are over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for being here. Bone is down for sale now, is it? Matt, you need rest days. Mine is Monday and Friday. I don't need rest days. I don't, the thing that I do is I work out certain muscles during the week, but then during the weekend I'll do specifically like core and then I'll also do cardio. Um, and it just makes me feel, amazing to be able to work out, every single day and not miss a day. Um, I don't know what it is about the gym. Like sometimes I just don't want to go, but then when I start working out, I'm like, it just feels good. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. A lot of times I don't feel like going on the treadmill, running, or or even doing anything, and then I start, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll keep going. Um, Rogue Ramos, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Remember, we go to members only. I'll probably go to members only at like what 7:45. Does that sound good? 7:45. If you guys want to become a member, you want to chat away. I know there's a lot of chats that are happening right now. Feel free to become a member. The link should be right next to the subscribe button. Just hit that join button. Or if you're lucky, yesterday we had 40 memberships given out, which is amazing. SEC is not banning staking on chain. It's only for exchanges. So it would be outside of any exchanges that's there. I don't know about that. It would be everything that's besides like if you're doing it on chain. So if you have staking that's happening, let's say on the DeFi wallet or something, right? That's happening directly on chain, so that's not going to be affected. However, if you have staking within, crypto.com, that may not be available anymore, even though it is something. And that's just to the US though. It wouldn't be to everybody. It would be to the US. We wouldn't be available. So anybody that's using the app and trying to do that, it wouldn't be available. Crypto Chris, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Vault Inu, brother. I'm not the biggest fan of Vault Inu, right? I've looked into Vault Inu multiple times, and I know a lot of people do like it. But I'm not the biggest fan of Vault Inu. How much it's pushed to me, I don't really like talking about it because it's like, I'm not saying it's a bad position or anything. I think people can make money from it. I think people will have success in some ways. But the amount of people that push it and try and push out other positions or push their way into, I would say, I wouldn't say like the community or the marketing. It's just certain levels tend to be a little bit aggressive. And I apologize for anybody that is a fan of Vault Inu. I know you may be a strong fan of Vault Inu, but I'm just not a fan of it. Which it's okay for me to not be a fan of something, just like I'm a fan of certain positions that you may not be a fan of. The hardest part is getting in the gym. Once you're there, it's rewarding. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Even if it was only on exchange, that's the start. The SEC would have their foot in the door. Yeah, but you can't go any further than that. I mean, you can try and affect the chain itself, but you can't. The US can't ban on-chain staking. Yes, you're right, MD. If some pool operators in the US, they can shut down and only outside the US. But what they could do is find the companies that are backing on-chain staking. So if it is a US company, let's say Coinbase does have a wallet to where you do have staking there, they can ban Coinbase from having staking associated there, even though it's a wallet, it's on chain. They can ban that. So anything that is a US company, they still can affect it there. However, things like the DeFi wallet, which again, that's not a US company, it's not housed in the US, then you don't have any effect on that. But you do have an effect on the US citizens that are staking on crypto.com, if that makes sense. SEC hasn't banned DEX in the US. Hey, brother, do the market, what? The market can go down even more? Like, do I think the market can go down even more? I think the market definitely can go down even more. But I don't want to see it go down anymore. Obviously, I want to see it continue, right? And as we get closer, just understand that we may not see a bull run till after April, because when we get to about tax season, usually we don't see the most positive movements because people are taking money out for taxes. An example would be me taking some money out for taxes. And if I would have taken money out for taxes at a $1.1 trillion market cap, it would only be about 25% of my portfolio, because it would be a 60, because I had 63 million, or yeah, not 63 million, $63,000 there in my short-term portfolios. So I would have only taken about 25% of my portfolio there versus what it's probably going to be if it is at a down market at that time. And I don't want it to be any more than that, because it puts me in a difficult spot. I don't want to be in a difficult spot. I want to be able to hold everything that I'm holding. But I do invest my tax money as soon as possible. And since the fact that cryptocurrency has come down so far, this has been like the worst year of investing my tax money. So now I have to pull out of positions that are probably down a hell of a lot. And I hope that we see more bullish momentum. But we'll see. If a wallet seed phrase is controlled by a user. What? Oh, you're talking to somebody else? You having a conversation? Hey, brother, do you do the market? Wait, I read that. And read it horribly. What's your price prediction for Luna Classic in 2025 bull run? So I expect Luna Classic, it depends on if we see burns. If we don't see burns, I expect this to reach a 1 cent price, if not a little bit higher than that, to really compete with some of these, not top cryptocurrencies, but I guess you can say that because it's already in the top 50. So yes, to compete with like the top 25, I expect it to run and make moves, above that $60 billion market cap. Now, if we do see more burns, we do see the supply decreasing and the overall chain recovering, then yes, I can see a much higher price. But right now, I'm just focused on seeing 10% of a penny, 50% of a penny, getting to a level to where right now we can potentially see, a 6x, 7x return up to a drop zero, and then seeing that multiplied by 10 to get up to another drop zero, which would be 1 cent, would be a 100%, or sorry, 70%, 70x increase for a lot of people if they are investing sort of at this moment. So yeah, I'm excited to see those. I'm excited to see a 10% or a 10x gain, 20x gain. I'm excited to see all of those things. But whether we see it at a penny, or we see it at $1, or we see it at $20, it all depends on if we are going to see burning. That's really the variable that takes place. How about IMX? Can you please wait? Can I please hear your opinion? Morpheus Labs, MITX. All right, so currently it's at 1.9 cents. The high that we saw in the last 24 hours was 2.4 cents. We've seen this, if we want to look at the month, we've seen this as high as 3.2 cents and as low as 0.003 cents. So 30% of a penny. We're not seeing a crazy amount of volume that's happening here, even in a down market where things are down by 20%. You would expect to see even a little bit more volume, but you're only seeing 32% increase or you're seeing a 32% increase in volume, but that's not a lot compared to what we typically see, where you're seeing, I guess, a $500,000 worth of volume, about $1 million worth of volume. So I thought that you would see less, but you're actually seeing more in certain days. Some days you're only seeing 178, and even further than that, I mean, you're seeing less than $100,000 in volume. Let's check in the markets. So the markets that it has available, it's tradable on KuCoin, which is good. Majority of the volume happens on KuCoin. You're seeing Uniswap, QuickSwap, all of these plays here, which is not not bad to have that many. You would expect to have a little bit more. I don't know how early you are on this, or if it's just difficult. So it was created in 2018. So you saw this up to 18 cents, and right now you're seeing it really at this low, the low lows of about 1.7 cents. So I would say that it has a lot of promise. But if you're looking for something that could give you gains, there are a lot of better opportunities in my opinion. The good thing about this is the fact that you do have majority of the circulating supply that's out there with 524 million and the total of 705 million. If we do want to look into the contract, we're seeing 111,000 holders. That's a lot of holders, almost 112,000 holders. That's a lot of holders within a position like this that barely moves, that barely has any activity. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy to see that many holders. You do have a null address that has 20% or 200 million coins in it. So that's definitely good to see. And you have another dead address where it has 10%. So a total of 30% that is burned off, which is definitely a good thing to see in total. And that's why you see the total at, at 700 million coins. So it makes sense there. You do have a majority that goes to KuCoin. So you don't have any red flags over here. But what I'm concerned about, what I'm shocked by, is the fact that you have 112,000 holders within this position, and you're only seeing $521,000 worth of volume. That doesn't really add up to me. It doesn't add up at all. So you might want to look into that. It might be a bigger play if you see that many holders within it. I would say maybe there's a little bit of a change up here, and I might have to look into this a little bit further, because 112,000 holders, that's a pretty big number. There's coins out there that have millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in volume that don't have as many holders as this, right? I believe CRO has like 400,000 holders, and you're at a $9 million market cap, and they have 400,000 holders. You have 100,000 holders. You have 25% of what they have, but the market cap's not lining up. The volume's not lining up. I don't understand that at all. And Clover Finance dilutes a lot. So I was in Clover Finance. I made money from Clover Finance, but it dilutes a hell of a lot. I believe they keep adding to their position. So like where I first made a move into this, I believe it was at like $1 or something like that, and might have been somewhere around there. So let's look at all history. So yeah, they dilute the position a hell of a lot. The total amount that's out there is 1 billion, and they continue to add more and more coins. As you can see, the price is decreasing, but you see the market cap that's starting to increase because they are diluting the position, and they still have so much room in order to dilute. It's getting closer and closer to a point to where they don't have as much, but I don't know if they have the ability to mint there. But yeah, they keep adding more and more to the overall supply, which dilutes the overall price from this higher level down to these lower levels. So it's tough. Hey, why handsome? I was born this way, maybe? I don't know. Am I? I don't think so. Maybe I am. I don't know. Sure. I know my portfolio looks bad at the moment. I appreciate your content, real stuff. Just would like to know what you think about Polkadot. Polkadot's a great position. It has a lot of potential. Obviously, not as much potential as something that's a lower altcoin that could skyrocket, right? Because it has a $7.2 billion market cap. A lot of times when you see higher market caps, like $7 billion, $10 billion, or 20 or 30 or 50, you're seeing lower potential, because I always give that max potential as 100 billion. So if you see something that may have a crazy amount of potential and is at $1 billion market cap, well, now you can see that this can grow 100x, right? It has a potential of growing 100x, maybe even further than that. But when you look at something like Polkadot, now you're like, all right, well, it has a $7 billion market cap. Let's push this to a, I don't know, a 10x, 12x or something, 13x as max potential. And that's versus, every other altcoin that's out there that you could see some massive potential with and actually see a 10x return fairly quickly to a reasonable price and not just worry about a 100x or anything like that. So if you have the ability to get to a 100x, but you have a 10x within it, a lot of times some altcoins like that can give you a better benefit. But Polkadot does show a lot of promise in where it has been in the past and where it actually was at some of the low points. So if we look at the last year, the low point was $4.24. I talked about this, I believe, when it was at $5 and how much potential you could have seeing a 4x return up to the high point or a 5x return up to the high point. Just getting to a higher market cap. Sorry, my nose itches. But for the circulating supply, the total supply, you're seeing everything that is out there. You see a lot of volume, $417 million worth of volume. So yeah, I mean, it has some potential. I'm a fan of Polkadot. And also, I believe you get a decent APY over in crypto.com. Okay, first, never put all your money into one coin or token. Second, do consult a financial advisor on this topic. Can't help me. No financial advisor. Absolutely. It's all I have in my portfolio. I want to hold it, but no guarantee. No guarantee it will go back up and continue to lose an entire 2.5K. AGIX will 50x, bro, in the next bull run. This is where I'm waiting on AGIX to drop in the 30-cent range before I load up more. So understand that all of these AI coins, I've talked about them plenty of times. All of these AI coins, it's crazy to me to think that, not saying that they won't be something crazy, they won't be something big, but when you look at it, it's the same way we looked at the metaverse. It's all about the hype now. And then when it comes to something new being on the table, and now it's going to be all about whatever this new thing is, right? Maybe metaverse will come back up, right? I see a fruit fly here. Start with the flies, man. Getting warmer out. Have you ever looked into Grove Coin and the development they have going on? I've looked into the investment side of it. I haven't looked into the actual use case side of it. But yeah, I've looked into it a couple of times. Hey, Matt, I have a question. In your opinion, I bought 2.5K worth of FTM a few days back when it was high. Should I take $600 loss now or hold it and hope it goes back up? Many thanks, bro. So that's a tricky situation, right? I always push for people to, if you see anything at higher points, if you see anything that's really pushing the boundaries for a crypto market as it is, so like if you see it up to a $1.1 trillion market cap, you see Bitcoin getting up to a $25,000 price, Ethereum up to a $1,700 price after being down at a $1,200 price. There's a side in you or some sort of voice in your head that's saying you're going to miss the boat, get in it right now. But a lot of times when you hear that voice that you're like, oh, you're going to miss the boat, things are running right now, you have kind of three options in my opinion, right? The option one would be, I think could be not a good way of going about it, which would be investing everything that you wanted to invest in that position and, not missing the boat, for lack of a better term. But then there's also the ability to invest some, right? A small amount, dipping your toe in the water. And then if it does come back, you can invest the rest and dollar cost average down. Now, there's also the last point, which would be to do nothing, because things are increasing a hell of a lot. And I don't like to even take that risk when something is up, 100% or 50%. If something is up that much, I just don't take the risk at all. I make sure I invest at lower points. And if it does come back, then it comes back. If it doesn't come back, then, I don't make a move into it. I miss the boat. But the thing is that I don't risk my money. So now that you're in that situation, I don't know how to, um, or what to tell you to do, because I don't know your situation, whether you have more money to invest or you don't. If it's a $600 loss at the moment, I haven't seen what FTM is doing. If it's a $600 loss at the moment, um, from where it dropped, because it's down 13%. I mean, in any case, with me, with swing trading and day trading, and I'm down that much and I don't have any more money to invest, um, I usually accept my loss. However, um, you need to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not a financial advisor. I may have degrees in finance, I may have degrees in accounting, I may have degrees everywhere, but in everything. But it doesn't mean that I can advise you to do something with your money. You have to make the best decision for you. And if you feel like your money's at risk, make that move, right? If you feel like your money's not at risk, I wouldn't say consult a financial advisor, because it costs money to do that. And then you would just be wasting money to do it anyways. And you might as well just get out of the position, which they probably would end up telling you to get out of the position anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of financial advisors now are not really heavy in, not saying they don't understand crypto, but heavy in investing like you would in the stock market with crypto. So a lot of times they will give you that advice as you might want to get out now, or that you hold for 10 years. That's usually their advice. I think you should have sold some FTM with the other coin you sold, but I don't know actually. The metaverse was purely speculative. AI has actually arrived and is making big moves or big waves. So the metaverse isn't speculative. The metaverse is here. It's just whether the metaverse is going to have actual like communities or areas, right? I gave this example within my last video talking about the metaverse, and talking about AI actually. The metaverse could be a lot bigger, and you may see bigger companies that are putting a lot of money into it. Like say, if like Disney, I did this example, if Disney wanted to create a metaverse Disney World or Disneyland or whatever you wanted to create, literally the same thing, except you would have businesses on the side that you would lease out to others to have their online businesses. If you wanted to sell a certain product, a certain thing here, a certain thing there, then you would have certain specific coins, like a Disney coin that you can use to purchase those items. And when you're purchasing those items, you have a use case, you have a fee that you end up paying, just like you would a credit card fee or some sort of tax, right? And now you have a use for that coin, a use for the metaverse, and the metaverse becomes much more of a reality than you think. Also, you have, the Oculus, right? They have a metaverse currently. Not that you can use any type of cryptocurrency in order to purchase things there. You're using actual money, but you could see the transition. You could see the change. So the metaverse is real. It's not something that's fake. AI right now is real as well, but you also don't have the ability to effectively utilize cryptocurrency within AI right now. I think you have certain use cases you can apply to it, but it's not going to be the main. It's not going to be like everything we ever dreamed of, or a big enough use case to make a major difference in one position versus the other. So yes, we have actual robots to interact with. The metaverse has been here for years, like GTA and Fortnite. Both will fly together in the next bull run. So yeah, I think when we think of the metaverse, we're thinking of different levels of metaverse. So yes, metaverse has been here for a while. It's just whether you're um, interacting with that by using some form of currency rather than just using the fiat currency that we've been using for years. My nose really itches. I don't know why it does that from time to time. Is there like a fly jumping on it or something? uh, Good takes my man. What? I don't know what you're talking about. 12K Bitcoin incoming. That would be amazing prices, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would definitely take some money and buy something. I actually don't know where my stable coins are at. The stable coins are still stable. My nose really itches. Next thing is to security storage. That may not be a bad option either. It's crazy. I was ordering a pizza on the phone, and an AR robot took my order. I mean, they're getting better now. What was the first metaverse? The first metaverse. Um, you can look at a lot of gaming as metaverse. Probably The Sims. You were playing that on on the computer where you would have your own world. You would build your own world, your own house, go to work, all these different things. So that was probably like one of the first like real metaverses if you look at it. But you can have other forms of that as well that probably go back. But video games were probably where you look at the first metaverse. But then you look at like if by our definition of the metaverse, not the actual definition of the metaverse, what was the first one to have us interact virtually within that metaverse? Probably you can look at the Oculus. That was building the first metaverse, that metaverse experience where you're in your home and then you can go to different games and play different stuff. And now you have the Oculus, but it's the Meta Quest, not the Oculus Quest because they bought them out. So they were the first, and they are probably the best because, well, they definitely are the best right now. In crypto, it was Decentraland, then Sandbox. If that's what you're talking about by cryptocurrency, wasn't Facebook going to be making their own cryptocurrency? It was like I can't remember what it was. I remember I reported on it a while ago, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Let me do here. I think I have a video on my channel talking about Facebook. Libra. Weren't they gonna do a cryptocurrency called Libra? This is my first cryptocurrency video, and I believe it did horrible. Analytics. Let me see the analytics. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is my first cryptocurrency video in June 20. On June 20, 2019, got 89 views. 89 views. That's insane to see how far I've come, you know, from 2019 to today and where I was. I don't even know how it sounds. Let me turn this volume down a little bit. Oh man. Oh man. I had a great setup there. It was just with my phone too. But I would go through and it wasn't something that was just like one take like I do now. Because I'm used to live streams. That's why I do one take. How is that? Is MIX, is it worth holding long term? Oh, but I need some freaking lotion on my face or something. Immutable X. I think I've looked at this before. I guess you can keep an eye on the 40% circulating supply if there's going to be any dilution, but it's not a absolute game changer or going to change the whole entire situation, because I believe it still has the ability to reach some of these higher levels of a $1 billion market cap, $2 billion market cap, if it was fully diluted. Currently, it's sitting at a $783 million market cap with 139 million or 138 million dollars worth of volume, up 81%, but the overall price is down by 4%. We saw this just recently. If we want to look at where it was, the high was $1.11. The low was 84 cents over the last month. $1.19 was a high over the last year. $2.82 was the high. So you definitely have some potential to run within this position if you're looking at just price movement. But if you look at all history, I don't know if they were adding coins throughout this. I would say probably. But you did see a high of a $9 price there before dropping down. You did see a $1.8 billion market cap, which again, you would have to have less. $1.8 billion market cap. Yeah, you would have to have less supply that's there, because currently, if you see a $2 price, or a $1 price, it would be a $800 billion market cap, which you're close to. $2 price would be a 1.6. So yes, you would need to see there was a lot less supply then when you saw a $9 price back then. So they were introducing a lot of the supply. So you just want to keep an eye on that and how they're doing it, but you are seeing 40% of it that's out there. So you have some dilution, but you can reach to some of these levels. So let's take a look at the holders really quick. 46,000 holders. See how much volume they have. The other one had 112,000 holders with so little volume, and this has hundreds of millions of dollars worth of volume that's flowing through it. Now, if we look at the holders, I don't really like all of these bigger wallets up here. Why do you need this many coins that are for these things that are here? For a bridge, I understand that. You have a foundation treasury, which is unlocked. So I'm not sure if that means that it is available. You have a project development treasury. You have a foundation treasury. There's just so much that's happening within the top wallets. I don't think you need that much. Jesus. Those things are powerful. But yeah, I don't think you really need that much within that. So it's kind of bothers me. But yeah, keep an eye out on that. You can have some potential, but if it was me, I most likely wouldn't make an investment on here. I feel like it's up at a high point, $777 million market cap. Can have some potential if you are holding it, if you are holding through something. But I wouldn't make my first initial purchase here. And that's just me, right? And again, what I say doesn't mean that it's the absolute truth for everybody. It means that what my strategy is, it just doesn't fit my strategy. Certain things will fit my strategy, other things won't. What are you using to see the volume and the holders? I'm using Coin Market Cap, and it goes through all the different supply, the volume, everything, and then you'll be able to see if you go into the contracts, you'll be able to see the holders, the amount of the percentage of holders as well. So Coin Market Cap, type it in, look it up. Looks great. Matt going down memory lane. I hit my anniversary next month. Time flies. I see what you did there. Time flies. But yeah, time does fly. It actually does fly. Matt going down memory lane with what? Metaverse exists. EverQuest was a metaverse in the 90s and 2000, but hasn't arrived like AI. It did in the last 2 months. I remember when you never talked about crypto, and now look at you. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like my old videos. Yeah, I never. There was times where I didn't talk about crypto. I didn't talk about investing that much, because it was all about what the viewers wanted to see. Like, I like talking about investing. I like talking about my different portfolios. And I wanted to get to this point where I am talking about my investments overall, and cryptocurrency and all of that stuff. And I'm happy to be able to do that. But now it's like I'm purely talking about cryptocurrency and I'm not talking about stocks, which maybe I should transition that other channel into talking about stocks and just leaving this one as just crypto, and then doing whatever type of update I would do on a separate coin or a separate project here, as well as talking about the more popular position. Since I do like 3 videos a day, I'll do that. And then over on that other channel, I can talk about stocks and talk about different plays that are happening over there. That's not a bad idea. And then I feel like every one of my channels right now is transitioning more towards like crypto. And I kind of don't want that to happen. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I really don't know. Bless me. Thank you. I don't know where I'm going with all of these because I have all of these channels. I have the Matt Reacts channel where I'm going through different news and stuff. But maybe I should transition that to talk about something that I really wanted to talk about there. Like leave one for crypto, one for investing, and the other one, like I used to talk about credit cards a lot, and I love credit cards, but I literally have been getting credit cards and I have not mentioned or unboxed them or did anything with them because I haven't made a video on it. I didn't really need to. So maybe I should get back into that and literally just I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. But I have these 3 channels. Well, I have the golf channel, I have the NFA channel that's about investing, and then I have the reaction channel, which I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's what I figured. I just wanted to ask. All right. Well, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I'm kind of confused on where I'm going. I've been looking into NFTs so much lately. Yeah, it's so difficult to find your path. I've been in talking about credit cards. As you can see from the top of my thing, I would talk about personal finance, credit cards, budgeting, investing, all of those things. And it was fun to be able to talk about those things. It's fun to talk about crypto as well, but I want to be able to talk about a lot of things and get all of the views to do so, but I wouldn't get views for those things. Eventually one Matic will be worth a Disney ticket for a day. We just have to pay for Disney tickets. How much is one Disney ticket? Can you please look at Naka token? Looks very promising. Would like your opinion on it. Thanks. No Bloodbath if you've been dollar cost averaging in Tulsa. Maybe. I don't know. That's not it. That's not what we're looking at. Let me go to up here. And what are we looking at again? Nakamoto Games. Again, I hate that, every time I get into one of these positions, I have to worry about the supply. It is only 40%, so it's not that bad. But know that there will be dilution between these two. So if you are getting into a position, I always like to find positions that have less dilution, and then we can focus on other parts of it. Because if you have the ability to dilute the position right from the start, like say if I buy at $1 or I buy at 25 cents, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna add a whole nother 72.3 million coins to the overall supply. We're gonna add that because we can. Well, now that 25 cents becomes a 12.5 cents. So now you're looking at a lesser price and you're still holding the same amount that you held. So that's something that I do not want to get stuck into. And I've had that happen with Clover Finance. And I don't want to have that happen with anything else. So that's why I'm so adamant on finding the right position that doesn't have dilution associated with it. However, you are seeing $1.5 million in volume. I don't know how many markets. It looks like you only have 5 markets that's available on. So you need to see a little bit more there, but you are seeing a lot that's in KuCoin, which is a pretty good exchange. So to see it on KuCoin is great. If you didn't see it on KuCoin, you probably would have a lot less volume that's there. But you're seeing $18.5 million market cap versus the fully diluted of 46. $0.2 million market cap. Looks like it may have some promise. Let me look at all history to see where this has been. It's been up to a high of $6. I would imagine you were seeing a lower market cap there because it had less coins at $6 and probably had a little bit more hype in the beginning. But then you see it fall down where everything else really fell down in November of 2021 and then really continued to drop hard. So it looks like it can have some promise. It just doesn't. You don't really see the peaks and valleys that are giving you the idea that it's going to push up. Let's go into the holders. We're going to see a wallet that has 22%, another wallet that has 16, 13, 8%, 5%, 5%. So there's some huge wallets here, and they're open wallets. That's not something I like to see within a position, is larger wallets, especially open larger wallets. All right, guys, until 8:30, I'm going to go until members only. I said I was going to do it at 7:45, but I forgot. So here's members only. Where all the members can chat. If you're over on Twitch or over on TikTok, you'll be able to get you'll be able to chat if you want to. If you want to go over there, and the link should be in the description. Yes, turn your financial advice channel into stocks. This channel is for crypto only, bro. Yeah, so I would like that. That sounds decent. Because what's crazy is I really like talking about stocks, and I feel like I gained a lot more subscribers from this stock market than I did the crypto market. As AMC was running, I pretty much gained from 80,000 subscribers up to like 169 or 160. And then from 160,000 to 196, I've gained in crypto investors or viewers. So it's kind of a mix of like so many different people and things. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will. Or you have days where you focus on crypto and other days where you focus on stocks. Come up with a schedule with your live streams. Just a thought. Yeah, it's not a bad situation. I just don't want to have too many videos posted on here. So if I focus on, that's where it gets to be tricky, because if you focus on like stocks, then you have, let me actually get out of here just so I'm not only showing that. When you focus on stocks, then you really only talk about those positions, or you talk about the stock market, and you have one video that's associated with it. When you talk about cryptocurrency, well, now you have another video that's associated with either one position or multiple positions. So it's so difficult for me to kind of have that many videos focusing on so many different things, and not have other channels that have their own group to them, that have their own community for it. And I think with this other channel, you've built so many people that really love the crypto reviews that are here, 2,000 views, 2.5K views or whatever, right? You build so many subscribers here that love cryptocurrency that maybe I should, I don't know. We'll see. I might end up doing that because I don't want everything to focus on cryptocurrency. I can't just do that 100% of the time over there. Hey, look, it's Crypto Dream. You guys want to go and subscribe to him? Go and subscribe to him. I don't know what you said there, but check out their website too. I will. The real NFT use case is not here yet. 99.9% of NFTs right now is a scam, so be careful. That's sort of true. Let's see. The whole AMC and GME thing really helped you take off. So fan base is there too. That's true. And the problem is I created that channel as more of like a secondary channel, which did have a little bit of AMC and GME, but had mainly around crypto. It seems both markets are manipulated by the same people. Absolutely. The crazy thing is they used to move in opposite directions, and what's crazy is now they don't. They move together because a lot of retail, not retail investors, institutional investors are investing in crypto. And when they decide to deplete their portfolio because of where the market is going, they do the same thing for crypto and for stocks. A lot of firms are now investing in crypto because of how much gain potential there is. And you take little risk to gain a hell of a lot versus having, you know, the stock market that may cover some of that risk that you take in the crypto market, right? So if you're investing in something like, let's say, ADA in the beginning, they invest, you know, $1 million into ADA, but then they invest, you know, multiple millions into plays like Meta or plays like Amazon or Tesla or something, and they end up gaining it back, gaining whatever that risk is with cryptocurrency back with stocks, right? They gain, let's say, $500,000 with investing in all those plays versus what they could potentially lose over here with ADA, but then they end up gaining so much more by investing $1 million and seeing a double and triple and quadruple. They notice that taking this little risk, it's a big risk by investing in crypto for them. And investing a small amount of money will give you more potential, and you could potentially make that gain back with anything that you had over there in the stock market or in any other market you're trading in. So they're starting to, you know, move in on cryptocurrency, except they can't manipulate it as much because there's no downtime in the market. They're trying to find the schedule and where there is downtime to when they can create that. That's why you see a lot of movement, you know, maybe at like 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, because they're making that move there. So it's definitely, you can definitely see the trends. You can see that it's starting to become a little bit more manipulated by big money. Um, if they have any money, they're looking to do that. Anyone here trade? Uh, yeah, I trade. I used to trade a lot. I used to day trade a lot. But now that the stock market has hit kind of a wall, for me, you know, I have a swing trade to where I'm pretty much like all in on those swing trades. And those swing trades are not going well for me because since the market has started falling down, I've been holding those swing trades the whole entire time. The whole AMC and GME thing, I read that. Thank you all for being here, right? We got 160 people, 166 people that are here. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. For YouTube, we have 166 people. For Twitch, we have one person that's over here, and for TikTok, we have 8 people that are here. I appreciate you guys for being here. Anybody that's following, anybody that's asking questions, I do appreciate you guys a lot. And I want to continue. I haven't made an actual video on this page in a while, so maybe I need to upload some shorts videos as well, to you know, create some more content. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. Let's go through the actual market because I'm definitely interested. Well, let's refresh it real quick. Definitely interested in where this is going to go because seeing Bitcoin drop down that much from a level of, you know, 22.7 down to, you know, 21.7, and currently seeing it at those levels as well, you can see the massive drop, right? And even in the last month, seeing it at a high of 24.1, and seeing it at a low of 17.3, like you see how much this has moved within 1 month. It's a pretty massive amount, and that's why you're seeing maybe a little bit of not only a little bit of a retracement, but maybe people that are predicting that we may see some bad inflation data. Is that why the crypto market? Let's type in like CPI data, see if people are CPI data. Let's see if we have any news. Bitcoin price may retest 20K on US CPI in absence of a soft landing. Huh. Bitcoin remains under pressure ahead of CPI data. Michael Burry makes stagflation call. Interesting. So it's more around the CPI data to where we're wondering if it's going to be bullish or bearish, right? If we're going to see good CPI data or bad CPI data. Obviously, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Good morning from California. What do you think about Rocket Pool and Blue Zelly? I don't know what Rocket Pool is or Blue Zelly is. Rocket Pool, this one. RPL. Currently at $45. Seeing $102 million. 54% of the circulating supply, not horrible, not the best, but at least it's over the 50% mark, which is good, meaning that you're not going to have like a 50% drop in dilution or 50% drop in the price. Because obviously, if you add on the same and keep the same market cap, you drop in the price. You do see fully diluted market cap at 859. I do like to check to see if we have been there before, market cap wise. When we look at all history, we have not been there before. We've been at a $600 million market cap before, but we've never been to a 800 plus million dollar market cap. You've seen this at a $50 price. Currently, you're seeing this kind of make aggressive moves up. If it was me, I would not make a move into this. The reason why I would not make a move into this is because if you look at the chart, you're closer to the highs than you are to the lows. So you are investing closer to all-time highs. And if you are investing closer to all-time highs, you have the potential chance for this to come down a hell of a lot. Now, if it is catching a lot of traction in volume, and for some reason added on something, some sort of news as to why, this is really running, you're seeing a lot that's flowing through a decentralized platform, which is phenomenal to see that much that's flowing through a DEX. Why is my nose itching so much? Seeing 73 or 72 million that's going through CEX, and DEX has 30 million. I think it's like because I talk. Like when I talk, it itches because I seem to talk through my nose sometimes, which is weird for me. But DEX volume, you're seeing a lot that's flowing through Uniswap for some reason, a lot that's flowing through Balancer. So I don't know why it does that. Again, you would have to look into the use case and understand that a little bit more. Maybe there's a bigger use to see 30 million that's flowing through DEX volume. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. But you do see a lot that goes through Binance. So it looks like it's catching a ton of popularity, seeing the volume up 100% today and only seeing the volume or seeing the price down by 1.6%. But the thing is that, again, we are closer to the highs than we are to the lows. So I wouldn't make an investment in that because of that. And the fact that we've never been to an $800 million market cap. So it's tricky. And the crazy thing is, this doesn't mean that this is a formula to where this will, like for me, it 100% will work and it, I will see this collapse or whatever. That's not the case because it may end up going a positive way. It's just something that doesn't fit my strategy. My strategy is to avoid dilution, is to avoid positions that are at their peak points or previous peak points. That's my strategy. It may work differently for you. You may see something differently, but for me, it just works this way. The Eagles over the Chiefs. I believe the Eagles are gonna take it. I've done some more research into the Archie I asked you to look at the other day. It turns out they are going to make NFTs for a Metaverse and a casino. And a casino get paid with NFT passive income with the casino. That sounds weird. That sounds like a major gamble within gambling. Obviously with NFTs and casino. It seems like there's been casino coins or projects that have been out there. There have been projects that incorporate a casino in it, and it doesn't seem to have the most strength because I feel like we already have like well-established online casinos. So not saying it's not going to work. It's just interesting the different places that they go, unless they have a ton of advertisement and things that people can't pass up, right? Rocket Pool and Blue Zella. I'm gonna need to get out of here and like stop talking and then freaking lotion on my face because my nose is gonna be red in a couple of seconds. Yeah. Anyways, let's look at what'd you say? Blue Zella? What is that? Blue Zelly? Is that it? I don't see anything here. Oh wait. This one? Without the E? Currently at 8 cents, down 15%. Circulating total supply doesn't look horrible. You are seeing volume that's down by 51%, seeing 17.1 million. Historical data will show that this does have hit or miss volume. We've seen this at 130 million, at 15 million. You know, you've seen this at 10 million. A lot of times it hovers between the single digit and 10 million, single digit and multiple digit millions, but doesn't really push well above, that. You've seen it above 70 million one time, and above 50 million one time here, or above 100 million right here. But it looks like that's really the only time frame where everything else really was running in the beginning of February as well. If we wanted to look at the how the holders look, 26% in an open wallet. I don't understand this at all. I really don't. A lot of these plays just like to hold on to a lot of their coins. Like all of these plays are something that I always have like red flags in. Whenever I see a larger wallet up there, it just doesn't sit well with me. I've had experiences with larger wallets, larger open wallets, and it just doesn't sit well. I don't know what they're using it for. It's not a contract address. It's an open wallet. Wide open. Great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. No, not going to take a break. All right. Hey, Mikey, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Thank you, Matthew. No problem. I try to look into these things. Guys, I think we're going to get out of here a little bit early because my nose is freaking itching and I got to go upstairs and like first wash my face and put lotion on it again. And stop talking. I think that's the reason. Is because I talk through my nose and it's like vibrating. Like I don't know. It's weird. Like nasally, like more of a nasally voice, I guess. A low nasally voice. I don't know. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. If you guys want to check out some of the links down below, if you want to check out some of my other channels and the transitions that we make, maybe I'll make a lot of shorts videos over here. And we'll do a bunch of different stuff, not only on crypto, but we'll talk about some stocks and we'll clean this up. We'll probably do more of the other coin updates on this channel. And on this channel, we'll probably transition it more towards what we're seeing with stocks, or do everything as a whole, mainly focus on stocks, but then have like one update, where we do some cryptocurrency updates. I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll see. I appreciate all you guys for being here, whether you're on TikTok, you're on Twitch, you're on YouTube, you're a member, you're a moderator. I appreciate everybody that, you sent a super chat, you became a member. I appreciate it a lot. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Patreon, which gives me the ability to do this really without worrying about the view count, and just go into positions that I want to see thrive. Like I can just mention any position that's out there and talk about a play that's going to run versus you know, looking at it and seeing if you do have the views associated with it, and then creating a video based on more the views than anything related to the actual position. You know, my Patreon just helps me get away from that and get more towards the